was a gist of what is to come on Saturday at the Independence Stadium as Fortune awaits the take on ES Setif of Algeria. It's only football that can bring you this. Once again, welcome to the welcome to this edition of the Multisports show on the Gambia radio and television services. A show that takes an in-depth look into Gambian sports. We invite people to discuss about the sports disciplines in which they are engaged on. And as usual, this evening too, we will be talking about local sports with the focus on the Fortune ES Setif game. And also, we have members of the Gambia Football Players Association as well, who will be talking to us about their engagement as far as their awards are concerned. In the studio here with me, as usual, is Momodu S. Jallo, MS, and two gentlemen from the Gambia Football Players Association. MS, welcome to Multisports once again.
Yeah, Famara, good evening to our viewers. And like you rightly said, we just saw the ambience from the Fortune fans over there rehearsing, getting ready for the all-important game against the Algerians, ES Setif, in the first leg of the preliminary round of qualifiers for the Africa Champions League. And as you can see, they are not the only ones, because I'm already in my Fortune gears. You see, this is a brand new Fortune jersey, getting ready for that all-important game. So we'll be talking about Fortune Football Club and their preparations for that all-important game.
And that being said, we will hear what the coach have to say. But first of all, gentlemen, welcome to the Multisport just for the first time. Cherno Baji and Modlamin Sala. Cherno.
Good evening, Gambia. Thank you for having us. Say Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Yeah, Modlamin, Pap.
Yeah, good evening, viewers. We are the Gambia Football Players Association. Thank you for the invitation. We really appreciate it.
Well, it's great. We will be talking about your engagements later in the show. But MS, we saw the Fortune supporters actually rehearsing there. You can see the excitement in them. You can see the ambience. I mean, just trying to send to the general public of how ready they are as far as that particular game against ES Setif is concerned. Ambience will not be missing on that day at the stadium.
Yeah, absolutely. You can sense the feeling that Fortune is really getting ready for this game, a historic moment for the club, that is the Gambian champions. So we are all excited. We are all looking forward to the game. It's a historic one, especially if you look at the track record of Fortune Football Club. Last time we talked about the rapid rise of the team to becoming Gambian champions. And here they are now. Few more days to go before they will play the preliminary rounds of qualifiers for the CAF Champions League. So a big, big moment for Fortune Football Club. But hey, a big moment for Gambian football. So this is why, you know, it's not about Fortune, it's about the Gambia. So we all have to be Fortune to represent, because they are representing the Gambia. And I guess my guys here, I understand they were at the Fortune's training ground today to talk to the players and give them their support, as they are the umbrella body for football players in this country. So Fortune is not only playing for Fortune, but they are playing for Gambia. It's so representative in the CAF club competition.
Championship.
So Saturday is D-Day.
Yes, certainly a D-Day. And Pap, I mean, it has to do with football, and if people are engaged in football, former players for that matter, I mean, trying to see how best you can contribute to the game. And Fortune, here they are representing the country. You guys must be excited that, I mean, they are this ready for that particular game.
Yeah, indeed, as MS Riley said, we just came from their camp, and then we gave them our words of advice. You know, we told them that this is not about Fortune, as MS mentioned. This is about the Gambia. This is about the local players. We're not talking about Fortune being a national team player now. Now, Fortune is playing an international game, which is against a team from Algeria, ES. So we told them that you're representing the Gambia, but not Fortune as a club. But now you're representing the Gambia because this is an international game. And then, you know, we gave them words of motivation, advice, and then it was really a nice encounter with them.
Yeah, honestly. And Baji, the spirit of the camp, I mean, what did you tell us what actually you saw when you went there?
We were very happy. Pap already mentioned, we are very happy. The spirit was high. The players were very happy seeing us. So they really appreciated the kind gesture that we did. But we thought that what we did is our duty. As far as we are here for the welfare of the players. So we have to be there for you guys. Whatever you need, we are here for you. And the coach was very happy because you can see the smiles. With the president, the president was also there, Mr. Hassan. They were all happy. We even took a family photo together. So it was very motivating, and we are satisfied with what we saw today.
And that also, I mean, how committed they are to ensure they make the country proud. Fortune, they will be taking on ES Setif on Saturday at the Independence Stadium. But hey, how have they been preparing for this game? I mean, this afternoon they convened a press briefing at the Independence Stadium where the head coach Jane Diouf and some few other players talked about how much they are ready to host their opponents from Algeria. I mean, he talked about the level of preparedness at the training ground, the mode at the camp, and also some of the things that he is not satisfied with. Let's take a listen to what Jane Diouf and Ibrahima Sohna has to say, I mean, at the press briefing, and we'll come back and continue our discussions.
We don't just want to participate for the sake of participating. As you already mentioned, there were a lot of chances that the Gambian clubs used to have before by participating, but couldn't make it to the second round. So now Fortune have registered for the competition as well, and we already knew what is in place in terms of Gambian clubs proceeding to the other stages as well. So we don't say that we're going there, but I mean we're preparing as well. And our intention and objectives are to try and see how best we can proceed to a stage whereby no Gambian team have reached before. So you can only achieve that when you prepare yourself. So we already knew that, but we're not going to take that as pressure on our team as well. But we will do our level best to see that we cross the first round and also to a stage where no Gambian team have ever qualified. That's why we started training since the end of the league, as I earlier said, and also trying to introduce some players to strengthen our squad and prepare to go to another level. We also have the inclusion of Boubacar Tambedu and then Aliou Barry from Allied United. Those were the players that we invited to join the team because I have watched them play during the course of the league, and definitely their performance was convincing. We warranted me to select them to at least add strength to our team. So we decided to road through those teams to request for their loan transfer as well, open transfers as well. So at the end of the day, we received some on loan transfer, especially Aliou Barry and then Boubacar Tambedu, who are players of Allied United to our knowledge because we have seen them playing for Allied United. So if at all we receive alarming messages or information concerning those two players that Real Banjul said they are their players, then it's really surprising to us. So that was the route that was going on these past days. So and at the end of the day, Real said it's their players, and they wrote to us, and also Allied wrote to us again saying that they want the withdrawal of players for those players from our training. So we have to accept their proposal. So that's the saddest news. I mean, if we can invite Aliou Barry and then Boubacar Tambedu from Allied United to be part of Fortune, we are giving them the chance to expose them as well. And at the end of the day, anything that comes out of it is not for Fortune, it's for Allied. You understand? And I think we have passed through the right channel, done the right thing to invite them because we knew them as Allied players, not Real Banjul players. So if at all this arises at the latter part, it's surprising and very sad. And I think we are all Gambians. You understand? We need to help each other when we come to situations like this. You understand? But I mean, this life in football, sometimes you have to expect the unexpected. But definitely, it's starting for me, especially who scouted the players during the course of the league. But that will not, I mean, stop us from what we were doing as a team. We'll continue, I mean, to see how best we can do it with the players that we invited and also the ones who were there for us when we won the league.
Well, Jen Juve, they are talking to the press, I mean, as far as their preparations are concerned, relaying the message of readiness, and he also talked about a lot of things. We apologize for not being able to bring you the full interview of that press briefing, and probably we'll do it in our subsequent programs. And Jane was talking about a lot of important issues, from preparations going down to the route that has been going on between Fortune and some Real de Banjul, precisely with regards to the ownership over two players.
Yeah, well, I'm really surprised to hear that from Coach Jane. When I heard initially Aliou Barry joining the team, I know Aliou is a very fantastic player. We were together in Mauritania for the under-20 team.
Exactly.
And Tambedu is also a very good player. But just hearing the coach saying that they have withdrawn because of Real de Banjul said they are their players. Well, definitely, I don't know, something must be wrong somewhere. So I think that is, in fact, it might be a coincidence that we have in the Players Association here, because they are the umbrella body who are responsible of protecting the players in terms of this kind of issues. We know that Aliou Barry is playing for Elite and Tambedu, but how comes are they Real de Banjul players now? Well, probably, you know, they might be Real de Banjul players playing for Elite on loan. Exactly. So who knows? But when we have the Players Association, probably hopefully we'll be asking them. They will tell us what they are doing for the welfare of the players, especially with this kind of issues. But definitely, that is very, very unfortunate to know that Aliou Barry and Buba Tambedu have withdrawn from the Fortune team after they were brought in to beef up the team, to give the team that strength going into the crunch encounter against Setif on Saturday. Yeah,
a difficult game for that matter. I mean, playing against a team that was founded in 1958. I mean, then Gambia were not even probably playing. That was the time we were starting our football. I mean, they won the Algerian League 8 times. They won the Algerian Cup 8 times. I mean, they won the CAF Club Championship on 2 occasions, 1988 and 2014. They won the Super Cup. They played against big teams like Al Ahly, defeating them. I mean, they are no small team as far as this particular competition is concerned. And at the press briefing, the coach also talked about that. ES Setif adding 9 new players to strengthen their squad as far as this particular competition is concerned. So probably having them also to strengthen their squad was something that was going to help them. And you know, with regards to the two players, I think, in my opinion, Real de Banjul were perceiving it from a broader perspective. This is the team that you will be competing against in the league next season. So having to give all the best players to that particular team and playing against them in the league, you are just making everything.
I think for now, Farmer, we cannot preempt. Yeah. We cannot preempt, but there is something that is not right in this situation. You understand? Fortune got these players on loan from Elite. Yes. So Elite should be in a position to tell Fortune the real situation of the players, whether they are Real de Banjul players or not. You know, we used to have this, you know, Elite was a favorite team of Real de Banjul.
Exactly, yeah.
And after some time, a new management took over. We are told that Elite is a team of its own, Real de Banjul is a team of its own. So probably there are still some issues that are not solved.
That were not solved with regards to the ownership of the players.
These are things that, you know, unless we start doing things right in our football, this kind of problems will always surface. And you understand? So we cannot preempt exactly unless we get to the bottom of this matter.
Exactly. Jane talked about them receiving a communique from Elite, both Elite and Real de Banjul, telling them that not to use the players. So if Real had to make a query that stopping Fortune from using the players, Elite also wrote to Fortune not to use the players. That shows, I mean, there are still Real probably still reserve the legal right over these players.
These players.
Yes.
So this is what I'm telling you.
Yeah,
Yes,
so
so there's
this-
something hidden that you and I don't know.
Yeah.
You understand? And these are things that needs to be investigated, needs to be known. And I think this sends the alarm bell to these people sitting here, and even the Football Federation, and to other clubs to be able to regularize the status of these players.
And this
You know,
has
to
been
avoid
going
such-
on
to
for
avoid
long.
this, to
We saw Birkama United and Armed Forces also has a similar issue with regards to Sekuba. In the case of Sekuba Sisi, I mean, the ownership of over players in this country is a problem. It's a big problem. I mean, one player can be playing they can start playing for Real de Banjul, for example, this season, and in the next 5 years, they will still become Real de Banjul players, having to play for 3-4 different clubs. So ownership
This
over
was a
players.
question I had wanted to reserve for this.
Yeah, they will have to.
When we are talking about their show on the program, but now that it's surfaced in this Fortune discussion, what are you people doing about the welfare of players, especially with what we just heard from Jane Juve regarding these two players?
Yeah, to my surprise, when we went there this evening, we saw Aliou. Aliou Barry was in the camp. So, and then this is my, first time hearing this issue, and then this is why we are here for the players. For matters like this, players do have this contract issue. That's why we tell them anytime you have a contract, bring it to the association so that we will review it together. In that case, we will guide you through. If we cannot guide you, we will look for a legal person and then we'll guide you through. Because you cannot sign to a team, let's say, in the normal Gambia football sport for more than 3 years. So most of the cases is 3 years. That's players sign.
Yeah.
So after that 3 years, if you want, you can renew your contract. And then many of these players, they don't even review those contracts. Okay, because for the sake of play, I want to play football. You are given a contract. Okay, you don't know what the contract entails. They will just ask you, this is where you sign. You just go straight to where you sign, not knowing what
the clauses are.
exactly.
Yeah.
So those are the cases that we normally receive. But we are working thoroughly, hand in glove with the players, so that cases like this will never occur again. But for that of Aliou and then Tambedu, I don't know. Maybe I didn't see Tambedu, but definitely Aliou was with Fortune when we went there this evening. So perhaps there was an amicable communication, and then they came to agreement that Aliou joined back the team. But definitely, players' career should really be considered in cases like this.
And if at all there is an amicable agreement, then that has to be after the press conference, where Jane made the revelation, and that was today midday. When the press conference was. So if at all there is an amicable agreement between both parties, then that has to be after today's press conference. I think that's important for our viewers to know, to understand.
Yeah.
But you've mentioned something very important. You said Fortune are not playing for Fortune; they are playing for the Gambia. And years back, if I can recall, when a Gambian team qualified to represent the country for the CAF competition level, what they normally do, they handpick best players from different teams. They take them for loan. You understand? Sorry, on loan for them to play for them. So when we saw Mbombo was also in the camp of Tarini United, we saw Mbombo and Barry. We had that Tamiru was also part of the team. So we were like, yeah, they did the right direction. Because at the end of the day, Fortune, they won the league, but they lack some key areas. They need quality players there. When I heard that they bring Tambedu, this man, how to call it, Aliou Barry and Mboma and Sona. Yeah. Then I know that I realized that Jane knows his problem, because Fortune, what gave them the league is their defense, and yes, including their goalkeeper. They were not scoring goals. Because if you look at the statistics, they scored only 25 goals. Yeah. You understand? They considered, I think, 16.
Yeah.
So they were not scoring goals. So they brought a strike and also two creative attacking players. So which shows that the coach knows what he's doing. But I'm very disappointed with what I heard now, because I was expecting something else.
That is a very valid point that you mentioned. Like, we all agree that Fortune is not just representing Fortune Football, they are representing the Gambia. And it would be nice, to have players from other clubs to come and beef up Fortune going into the CAF Champions League, because playing in the CAF Champions League is also like a visibility for these Gambian players. These local players, hardly they have been selected in the national team. That is another discussion of another day. So this is the one of few international competitions that they have to play. So having some of the best in the league joining the team that qualified for the African for the African Club Championship is important.
It adds value.
Yeah, but also it has to be done in the right way.
That's
Because this, Aliou Barry is an asset. Tambedu is an asset. So probably if at all they are real the Banjul players, they know that this is some of their assets that they are likely to sell outside. Even if they are going on loan to another club, it has to be based on very
it has to be based on correct grounds.
Yeah, correct grounds.
And it should be
Exactly.
transparent.
And correct grounds.
And
so for tomorrow.
Yes, and I want to believe this is okay. I don't know what the agreements should be, or the agreements are as far as the loan of loaning players to the Fortune team is concerned. If they are going to stay with them until the end of next season, you can see where some of these teams might be running away from, because they are playing in the CAF Club Champions League. That is international. This same team, these same players will have to come back and represent this team in the league, and they are all going to fight for the league next season. So if you should allow all your best players to be playing for them next season, and you want to compete with them in the race for the title, it's definitely going to be difficult for them. This is football. They all want to gamble and try to see what they can grab.
But there's one thing that I want us to talk about, which is what is the contract between Elite and Real de Banjul? Because Fortune took permission, took the players loan from Elite.
From Elite United, exactly.
All of a sudden, Real de Banjul surfaces in this matter.
Yeah.
So what's the problem? Does it
This was why I said this has ring the alarm bell.
Yeah.
For you, the Players Association, for us, the journalists, and of course the Football Federation and other stakeholders, to be able to look into these issues very well. Yeah. You understand? Especially with clubs that have these feeder clubs playing in the second division, and then later coming up into the first division. So these are things that the federation, all of us, needs to dig deep and then try to exactly.
Pap talk about something important that I personally have players that are playing for Gunjur United. They are my players, but before they sign contract, I will tell them, you go and bring the document. Let me read everything to know what is in the contract, what the nitty-gritties of the contract are. Most of these players will go. I heard some players saying that these teams will invite them for training. At the end of the day, I mean, with that struggle of wanting to go home, they will bring paper. Just sign here. Here is where you're supposed to sign. They will just sign without reading through the contract. So these are the problems that we will continue to face. But along the line, I think we will definitely, with the help of the Football Players Association, some of these things, together with the federation, will be addressed, and we will start, having professional way of players moving from one team to the other. But I think we'll have to reserve this for another day, and probably
I think
come back to it.
I think we get the right stakeholders here to discuss. And also, we just put this to bed for now, so that we did not
exhaust what we will come into discuss.
Not even exhaust, but dampen the preparations for the Fortune game. Because all we want now is for the team to go into that game with the right frame of mind, focused, to get the work done in the first leg.
And I like Jen Juve. He's a coach, who is very matured. He said, this will not stop them from doing what they're supposed to do. They are just not having the feeling. It's like they want to give opportunity to some food players. Probably they might get contract out of it, but when they don't have that, they will move on with the players they have, and they will go into the game with the positive mindset and probably get what actually they're looking forward to. And that being said, Fortune, this is a team where whenever you go out to watch their game, you always feel entertained, because they have a good fan base, a large fan base that will always entertain the crowd. But what are some of the supporters saying as far as this game is concerned? Let's listen to two of their supporters and hear what actually they have to say ahead of the game.
Bismillah nyungi dor, lata ñu ngi door. It's all about Saturday, inshallah. Game bi du yomba. Na ñëpp ñëw ci stadium ba. Yëpp fortune la. Rehearsal bi am na ambiance bu neex lañ leen a jox. Na ñëpp génn si rek ñu def bem baax. Jërëjëf.
Fortune kana kumbu, fortune kana usi. Kaye kana kumbu ko denano dunia betintini. Assalamu alaikum badingolo atumi bajibiro la Gambia ye ani Gambia bantala mbal kontona tuna kontola annal badi malen ninkata aw sonkati commencer ya fala nyami rek mbole fatam fansikan ye ka fala ni madika kawala nyin karo mi yalon ko ba kono nyin september karo on the 11 kiltanen kiloma fortune ye game ostale min kete la game bati min kete la CAF Champions League enen tim jumala kana play atimo nyin ka bona Algeria le so te football ni bekele min tolo avec le stadium wolto tem jumala ke la 4 o'clock pm ya ticket lo bondi le ticket lo min tata VIP $200 seti covered $100 on covered $50 doram so mbadi ngolo ali bor namba ngatanga fortune sembentu yande nyi lumbala kamute fe ni manke fortune da mala ko ni mu Gambie be ko so mbadi Gambie nol anga bori nga fortune makoy.
Well, quite interesting there. You can see how optimistic Fortune supporters are as far as this game is concerned. And this is also going to help the players. I mean, it's going to give them stable mind. It's also going to prepare them psychologically to know there will be people behind them. And this is quite interesting and amazing and just good to know that, I mean, they have to go to an extent of trying to contract some of these supporters for everybody to come on board to ensure that, I mean, they actually get what they want on Saturday.
Yeah, exactly. We saw Mami Sira, the first
one.
Yeah, I know some of you watching out there who have been following the league would say, yes, she was with Walidan in the league. Yeah. But like I said, this is a Gambian thing now, so we're gonna Gambianize it. So everyone has to come on board. You Japale Fortune, go the other lady for Nyame, the Gambia quality. So on Saturday, Independence Stadium moto, Namuta Fortune Fee. Algerian will boot Nadia Alay. No.
I think people are in a haste of forward.
What is our director doing? Anyway, you can take that call. Probably somebody.
Hello, yes. Hello, we can hear you. Can you hear us?
Hello?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, Mores.
Naam.
Yes.
This is General Secretary, Mr. Jassi Lamin.
Good, Lamin. How are you?
I'm fine, and yourself?
Good. Good to know that you are always following multi-sports.
Of course. If I don't follow it, you should ask the question why. But actually, really, I just also want to really congratulate Fortune.
Good.
Especially the management, the president, their determination. Throughout the campaign of the Fourth Division, I would say they make our league very colorful and very memorable. Really, they did well. Being the first-timers and then now heading to CAF club competitions, really, I think the whole nation, I just wanted to add my voice so people should come out and support them. This is the way to promote our football. It's not only about the national team. In fact, the national teams are, the feeder teams are from the clubs. All the players that are playing for our senior national team were members of clubs, or the majority of them were from clubs in this, our first division and second division clubs, and they went to play abroad.
Exactly.
So really, I just wanted to add my voice so that people can come out, buy their ticket, patronize them, and then go and also support them. It happens that they are the only team also in it, so there is no team that is competing in the Confederations Cup. It's only the club championship. So I think that should not be a difficult thing to do a big ask from our fans. And it's been a while since we have an international match at the stadium. So I think probably that will really attract people to go there and support the team. And we want to also take this opportunity to thank you. I've been following. And I'm so GRTS, you will see a lot of our presence there in the coming weeks and months to the build-up to the AFCON.
Certainly,
Well.
GS, thank you very much for calling. Really appreciate your call. Of course, this is a national platform, and this is where we always talk about local sports on our platform. So, hi everyone, every stakeholder in Gambian sports, we share this platform, and either sooner or later, or sooner, which way you will all get our chance to come on this platform and talk about Gambian sports in one way or the other.
Yes.
The GS, the General Secretary of Gambia Football, calls to contribute to the program.
Yeah, I think we have to hold on to the. Okay, let's take this call and then we hold on to
Yes,
this
we
calls
hold
and
on.
fast track. Hello, yes, welcome to the multi-sports. Hello. Hello, can you move away from the TV? Yes, we can hear you.
Hello?
Yes, ñu ngi la dégg.
Bro,
I
can you,
think,
bala
yeah.
nga wàññi sa télé bi tuuti ñu mën a déggante.
Wow. That is done. Sorry. Balandema.
All right,
Yes,
okay.
fine.
What's your name and where are you calling us from?
MS Ismodu Cham, President, Sarakanda Sports Development Organization.
Good, Mr. Cham, congratulations on your new appointment as the President of Sarakunda Sports Development Organization, and you're welcome to Multisports.
Thank you, MS. I just wish to say we are very happy to see that Fortune is representing the whole country, and you can see our guys, Mamisira and others. They are the background of Sarakunda East. They are the background of the fans club of Sarakunda East. Now that the first division is seeing them, and then they were with Walidan, now they are with Fortune. So we're really happy. As a zone, we are all behind them. We will all come out. Sarakunda East is all coming out to make sure that Fortune wins this game, inshallah, on Saturday.
Thank you very much.
And in Talending also, we've done well, and then we are seeing how best we support them, and then we've budgeted 22,000. We've printed almost 100 T-shirts. We've bought 100 tickets, and then we are coming with 2 vehicles
Wow,
to
that's
make sure that we
amazing.
support Ibu Sanyang and Mohamed
Wow,
Sawan.
that's amazing.
Quite
Let me
interesting.
clap for you.
Yeah.
That's great. Well done.
All
And,
these things is done because of Fortune. We're really supporting them at the background.
yeah, that's wonderful. That's
I
awesome.
want to say we will do everything possible. We will pray for them. We will play the game together spiritually to make sure that they win this competition. They win this game.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, Mr. Cham, for calling. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Let me not take your time. Thank you.
All right, yeah.
Yes, we hold on to the calls for the time being, and we will come back to that. And also, not the supporters talking about this Fortune game. I mean, the Gambia assistant team captain for the Gambia national team, Omar Koli alias OJ, also, I mean, send some message as far as this game is concerned. Let's take a listen to what OJ has to say and come back.
Hi everyone, this is Omar Koli of Sampdoria FC and the Gambia national team. I just want to urge each and every one of you to come out in your large numbers and support the Petroleum Boys in their game on Saturday. So be there, and your support will make a big difference. Ciao.
Come on, Fortune! Forza Gambia!
Well,
Forza
that
Gambia.
was
You
big
cannot
Forza Gambia Italian.
You cannot speak Italian. Tell us the meaning.
Well, I think I'll have to refer back to my Google Translator before I can know what that means. But it's quite inspirational. I mean, here OJ speaking from his base in Sampdoria. It looks like, I mean, as if he was in the dressing room of the team. You know, you can see him with other players. This feels definitely,
That's
you know,
so nice of OJ, vice captain of the Scorpions. Brilliant.
Yes.
So we have heard from the team captain. He's not coming because he's in Italy, but he's urging us to go out there
and support. And like the other callers said, I mean, everybody should go there to make the stadium a hell for the Algerians, not actually to make them comfortable. This is football. You have to go and discomfort your opponents. That way you will win games. I mean, I think a lot of people are waiting to make calls, but we definitely have to move on with the Gambia Football Players Association. We realize that, I mean, they've initiated something for the first time, as far far as I am concerned, as far if my memory is anything to go by, I mean, this is the first time we have something like this happening. I mean, the Players Association coming up with a lot of awards for the players in the first and second division, male and female league. I mean, what is the actually triggered this? What is the motivation behind?
Yeah, thank you, Famara. We feel that we should give back to the players to what they deserve. There were players who really perform above average, who really perform extremely well this past season. We said, hey, we should motivate our players. How do we do that? We organize an award night by giving them, okay, the player of the season, the goalkeeper of the season, both male and female, you know, and other initiative, all going back to the players. We feel that players deserve more, because even without the players, there is no federation. So players are really, really important as far as football is concerned in the Gambia. So we feel that there are so many things lacking for the players. Okay, we want to cheer them up. We want to make them believe that, you know, football, you can have anything, but football is all about motivation. So we feel that we should motivate our members. How do we do that? We're giving them awards. You know, there were hat tricks, player of the month, and all other initiatives. So we said we should organize an award night for the first time in the Gambia. You know, we have so many people waiting around, and then this award night, we're giving back to the players, and whatever it is generated from that award night will also go back to those players. So we are here for them. We are here for the players. Let them not worry anything about. We even have like this Enterprise Life, who said they will give up a lifetime insurance. So all other initiatives.
Okay, like you said, we are here for the players. For our viewers out there who might not know exactly who are the Gambia Football Players Association. Give us a brief understanding of this association. When was it formed? Who are the members? And then what are you doing for these players, apart from the awards that you organize?
Yeah, Gambia Football Players Association is an allied association under the GFF, but an independent body for that matter. We are mandated to organize like what we want to organize. We are here for the well-being and welfare of players. Like this contract issue we mentioned, we want to make sure that players don't have any more contract issue. Any contract that you have, it has to be respected by both parties. And then this association was formed sometimes in 2018. And then since then, not all players knew that this was existing. But coming to these years, players are now aware that, hey, we have a body that is, you know, guiding us, that is make sure that we concentrate on our football, and then they help us with our career. So we are here to see that Gambian players move forward and then achieve their dreams as far as football is concerned. We are their guidance. We are their servants. So we are linked to GFF, and then they are linked to us. So players do communicate with us, and then we relay their matters to the FA. So that is what we do as an organization, as an association. The president, John Bass, who is not feeling well, that's why he couldn't make it. Dudu Janko, he's the Secretary General. We have Fatu Dabo, those are the executives. And then Cherno, and then we have Bua Cham, Aliu Jata, who are all under logistics. Adam, who is the treasurer. You know, there are people. We have a body working. So I am the vice president. We want to make sure, because we never have a chance of people guiding us to our career. So we want to help our brothers. And then when we move away, there will also be another setup that will also continue the process. So we are the foundation, and then we hope there will be people to build that foundation.
Well, that's quite important, Papa. Ñu dem ci Cherno léegi dégg nga li mbokki Papua léegi yow mën nga ñu wax ne at least award bi ñaata order fa nekk, and how are the players eligible to win these awards? Mën nga ko wax ci wolof?
jërëjëf award bi moom yomb na because
yeah, we have pictures of that, the Gambia Football Players Association. Maybe you can be displaying it for people to be seeing some of the nominees.
Wow.
The director can do that for us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Comme ni nga ko award bi yomb na because before ñu def dara dañu oote press conference ñu wax rek tamit war nañoo players war nañoo team managers yi ak everything involving teams yëpp play wax ne nominate nañ ko send nañ email or letter si sa team pour wane ne sa player nangam dañ ko nominate ci catégorie nangam before ñu def anything then from there ñu communicate with the players then players tamit ñu liggéey bu easy liggéey bu yomba ku nekk jox ñu nataal ak di li ñu soxla si yow then seen defal flyers yi génne ko bu ñu ko génnee flyer bi ku nekk sa tur mu ngi fa sa club name ak sa voting number so voting is very easy ni ñu ko defee mooy nga jël players number bi nga dem SMS message nga type number bi su dee 001 la for example voter MS no is 001 I will just go to SMS and type 001 must then go to 1802 simple every SMS is $5.
Well, that appears to be a bit expensive. I mean, like man, lima buga laaj lu tax ngeen jël voting system bi because when you look at it, the people who are going to vote might not be the people who actually watch the league. I mean, who will go out to the grounds to watch the games. I mean, bu dee vote la, so maybe the credibility of the awards might come into question. Lu tax ngeen jël voting system bi?
It's a very good question. Issue bi leer ko mu leer voting bi dafa jël 50%. Then another 50% bi is based on statistics. Dëgg la moo nañ koo defar mu gën a tegu si yoon. But this is the first time te time bi mooy ñu ko woon pour ñu lifin what come next season liñ bëgg a mooy players yi seen boppa coaches yi journalists yi ak even yenn fan base ku mel ni Massi Habib Fall who is doing a very very good job for the Gambian football rather. So dañ bëgg a am all those people ñu form benn committee then ñoom ñooy ñi ko vote then ñu jël vote si then after ñu génne vote si public bi but comme ni ma ko waxee rek dañ need funds te mënuñoo dem sal si yow ne la meñu understand God du ñaan du tax loxo di ñaan da nga try nga liggéeyal sa bopp te ñun comme ni ko Pape we are independent dañu war a try liggéeyal suñu boppa dëgg la yaa ngi ne $5 dafa seer $5 bi nga dégga dafa seer kon $5 boobu ñun ñaar lañ si am loolu mooy question mark bi Jason companies we are paying tax to the government si that voting bi nga gis noonu understand so jëne compagnie yi am na ku nekk dafa am percentage boo xam ne da nga koo jël si $5 boobu noonu including ñu nga fay tax 23.77%. So at the end of the day $5 boobu noonu lu fa des mënu ma wax lu mu toll waaw so loolu tamit lu ñu see généré comme Pape jot na see wax tuuti lu ñu see généré yëpp it goes back to the players comme mu ne ko this scene we have given them monthly awards player of the month goalkeeper of the month ku si ko xatri ñu jox la xaalis nit ñi dañ jee wax dara ne ligue bi at bii nii am na live because of lan la dañ indi night matches weeri koor bi am na loolu nit ñi fàtte ligue bi design dafa am quality goals dañ bëri ñaata hat-tricks moo am
dafa bëri
ñaata goals lañ ko surtout second division ak female league bi goals dañ wala bëri lu ko waral mooy dismotivating factors yi ñoo joxe so dafa ta place go dem te extra mile pour mun a lifin imagine léegi programme excuse me programme bu ñu organise nii nga ñëw win player of the season ñu gis la ñu la def la fu nekka te ñu ngay make sure ne even sponsor yi ñëw on board sax soo sponsor benn catégorie that player boobu noonu dafa nekk sa brand ambassador for a whole year because ñun comme ni ko Pape waxee ñun welfare players moom si nekk ñun nekkoon fii pour liggéey xaalis ñun loolu suñu rôle suñu rôle mooy pour players yi comfortable mun a play football ak xel bu dal understand tey loolu dafa jëfoon Gambie ñun nii yëpp amul opportunité boobu noonu comme kii mention na ko li ñu bëgg a def bëgg nañu am capacity building programmes bëgg nañu am medical insurance comme capacity building programmes yoo xam ne like for example
waaw loolu dafa am solo daal maanaam xam naa ne we will create another time to host you people here I mean so quickly on that
wa nga si nga ne statistics ngeen dey use pour select the awardees the nominees mun nañu explain how were you able to select these nominees because am na ay palaas yu ma jot a toog am na ñuy discuss yi ñeneen ñi di wax ne some of the awardees didn't deserve to be in the awards.
waaw loolu moom du ñàkk because
waaw xam naa ne even though I know there's always controversy when it comes to these this kind of issues, even at the international level. You know, then one player so warna fanega player so fanega. Why at your level, how are you able to get all these statistics to be able to?
Well,
just briefly.
Well, because one of the monthly awards. So based on those monthly awards, then you have player who have the winners in win a trophy, win award, go automatically qualify. Then Karako Jege, or Yanako Jege, Rosa, you intend then they consider. When they are qualified, then they consider. Then you hold them totally swim because they on the first moment perform after getting King Degatulent. Rosa, so then you based on awards in John Jay numbers of common statistics. For example, I'm not Wahamne, didn't have a living to for example, Casey Yankuba, go of this in first division. Yankuba Sabali, Akam Lopez Muntuati, Wabanyu Sen Gold Lopez played 17 games. Okay?
Wow.
I'm not 11 clean sheets. Okay? Yankuba played 25 games. I'm not clean sheets. I'm not 16 clean sheets.
Wow.
Understand? Now Lopez 20 games to play. I'm 11 clean sheets. Yankuba played 16 games. I'm 25 games. I'm 16 clean sheets.
Wow.
So which means that so says scale. Nyom nyar ku neka ki play 9 games so am ne
consider
all different come defense. Understand?
Wow.
So they nyom nyar the FC scale right now for example. Kan mo si win league. Hanga ñako mo am the upper hand.
Wow.
Mo win.
Exactly.
Then voting system su ñëwé légui ci xolé fu ñël voting system mu ñëw téggu ci then you have some calculation.
Degala Cherno why this season time suñ directeur ñu ngi signal ñu bari wut manam dañu ta fi bala ñu tagatu lan nga am pour the BWS.
Lima oj Gambian rek not only football fans but Gambia as a nation because li ñoo def ni pour Gambia la xalé yi Gambia lañ li ñu bëgg moy ñu continuer di vote ba peut event bi is October 2nd at Pinchami Hall.
Waaw
gis ngeen Ballon d'Or bu ngeen de gis ci télé ñom Chris ñom Messi di ko win.
Waaw dégg
di wacc ci moto yi di ñëw di traité rek ñu ñu
waaw
dañ bëgg créer té bu soobé Yalla so ñëwé
lool dina am Cherno waaw
we ñëpp ñu ñëw gëna ci ñu support event.
We will have you people back again to talk about that. Finally, Pap, your final message quickly.
Yeah, thank you once again for the invitation, and then we'll urge the general public to keep voting for their favorite players. As Mr. Cherno said, votings are really important as far as this award is concerned, because at the end of the day, the audience, the spectators who were watching those players too are very important. So that's why we said, okay, let's give back the public to their views of those players.
Exactly.
So
quite important. MS under 10 seconds.
10 seconds. Well, D-Day is Saturday, Independence Stadium, Fortune versus ESCT. So Nangina, you them support Fortune Saturday, Independence Stadium. Ndambi for New York Farato. Inshallah.
Well, quite interesting. That is what actually time permits us for this edition of the Multisport. So we are sorry that we cannot take as many calls as we hoped, but God willing, in our next program, we will open the lines earlier for you to make your comments and contribution. I've been your host, Fangar Baji, alongside my co-host, Mamadou S. Jallo, the main host for that matter, with our guests, Pap Modlamin Salah, alias Pap, and Cherno Baji. It has been, a great pleasure hosting you people here. And thank you for your time until we come your way again on Wednesday. Bye-bye.